an entirely different level of betrayal when you finally stand up for yourself against a nice, nasty person, only to realize that they have already spent the last 6 months setting a trap for you with everyone else you know. You finally get the courage to set a boundary or call out their passive aggressive behavior. But instead of relief, you are met with this cold, isolating wave of confusion because suddenly mutual friends, family members, or coworkers are looking at you like you are the problem. You try to explain what happened, but people just shrug and tell you that you are taking things too personally. Or they drop that classic, exhausting phrase, "Oh, you know how they are, they didn't mean anything by it." You walk away feeling like you are trapped in a twilight zone where everyone else has bought into their sweet, innocent acts, leaving you completely alone in your truth. It makes you feel like you're crazy all over again, not because of what the nice, nasty person did, but because the people you actually trusted are validating their fake persona over your real pain. You're watching Healing Looks Like Her, where wounds become wisdom and healing becomes strength. Let's get into today's message. We have to talk about what happens behind the scenes when a nice, nasty person realizes they can't control you anymore because they never just walk away quietly. The second you stop feeding into the games or you calmly call them out, their focus instantly shifts from manipulating you to controlling what everyone else thinks about you. This is where the smear campaign begins, and it is always incredibly subtle. They won't go around screaming that you're a bad person because that would make them look aggressive, which violates their number one rule. Instead, they use a weapon called weaponized pity. They will go to your mutual friends or family with a sad face and a heavy sigh, saying things like, "Ah, I'm just so worried about her lately. She seems so angry and defensive, and I don't know what I did to make her snap at me like that." By framing their gossip as deep concern, they get to recruit an entire army of people to do the dirty work for them, turning your support system into the echo chamber. This brings us to a concept you really need to understand if you're going to protect your peace, and that is the role of the flying monkeys. It sounds like a strange term, but it perfectly describes those people who blindly carry out the nice, nasty person's agenda without even realizing that they are being used as puppets. These are the mutual friends or family members who will randomly text you or corner you at a gathering to tell you that so and so is really hurt by you, or that you should just apologize to keep the peace. The dangerous part is that these people often think they are being peacemakers, but they are actually enforcing the toxic dynamic. They have been fed a completely warped version of reality where you are the unprovoked aggressor and the nice, nasty person is the fragile victim. It feels like a massive secondary betrayal because the people who are supposed to have your back are suddenly acting as defense attorneys for the person who hurt you. When you're in the thick of this, the urge to defend yourself and clear your name is almost overwhelming. You want to pull out the receipts, show the text messages, and explain the last 2 years of subtle slights to anyone who will listen, just to prove you aren't the monster you're being painted out to be. But I need you to take a deep breath and listen to me closely. Do not waste your breath trying to convert people who are committed to misunderstanding you. A nice, nasty person smear campaign only works on people who prefer the comfort of a lie over the effort of the truth. If a mutual friend is willing to completely change how they treat you based on a few sad sighs and vague rumors without ever coming to you directly to ask your side of the story, that person was never truly your safe space to begin with. The smear campaign is incredibly painful, yes, but I need you to realize that it is also a massive blessing because it forces the snakes out of the grass and shows you exactly who has the discernment to see past the facade. So how do you actually survive this isolation without losing your mind or sinking to their level? First, you have to completely refuse to join the circus. The nice, nasty person is desperately waiting for you to get messy, start rumors of your own, or post vague, angry things on social media because that gives them the exact proof they need to show everyone and say, "See, I told you she was unstable." When you stay completely calm, silent, and dignified, you completely starve the narrative. Let them tell their stories. Let them play the victim and let the people who want to believe them go right along with them. You have to realize that you do not need a crowd of people who only love you when you're quiet and compliant. You just need a few solid, genuine people who know your character so deeply that no amount of sweet tone gossip could ever shake their loyalty to you. Your sanity is worth far more than a reputation managed by a group of people who don't truly see you. It takes an incredible amount of strength to stand alone in your truth while a room full of people believes a lie, but that is exactly where your real healing begins. You don't need to play your name with people who are content with a fake version of you. You just need to keep your side of the street clean and let time do the heavy lifting. Because a fake persona is exhausting to maintain, and eventually the mask always slips. If this message brought you some comfort and helped you feel a little less lonely in what you're dealing with today, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone who really needs this reminder right now. Remember, healing isn't about erasing the wounds, it's about discovering the wisdom they leave behind. Keep healing, keep growing, and keep becoming. From wounds to wisdom, one step at a time.